Now we're going to talk about values. Now, values, I think, are really crucial to business. And I wonder if some of you already have values written down and published within your business. If you don't worry about it because that's what we're going to be doing on the module. But some of you may have done some work on this already. I think they're important because they shape the way we do business. So it's almost everything we say and everything we do is defined by our values. If you think about it, our values shape our thoughts and beliefs, and then that in turn will shape the way that we behave. If we're really smart with it, we can instill the values within our business. So if you have staff, you've got team members, managers, the values are a way that you can develop the sort of culture that you really want to drive through your business. As I said, it's everything we say, everything we do. You might call that your brand. So the values represent the brand of your business. Something that you might have on your website, in any company documentation. You can have the feel and essence of your values on the side of your vehicles, on your livery. Give customers and other people a sense of who you are in business, what's important to you. As I said, behaviors are shaped by values, and it's the sort of thing that you can really develop a competitive edge with on your competition. So perhaps your competition don't have such things as values, and they probably haven't driven those through the business. So there's a real opportunity here. I think there's a really good chance that you could develop a kind of unique selling point around the values. Sometimes it's not about doing stuff differently from people, something new. Sometimes it's about doing things better than the competition is doing them. You will know yourself when you've been let down in business, or as a customer, you will know when you've had bad service or someone hasn't delivered what they said they would deliver. All of that stuff can be mitigated by having some really good core values, and you drive that through your training. You talk about your values, and everything you're passionate about in your business comes flowing out through your values. The values, I think, develop trust as well, so it makes you more referable as a business owner and as a business. People will get a sense of how you go about a business, how do you carry yourself, how do you conduct yourself, and that's all driven by your values. So there are any number of benefits to really capturing the essence of your brand and the core values that really represent what you want to represent. I think sometimes people pay a bit of lip service to them. So in my work in corporate life, especially, sometimes some of the big organizations have values, and they may even have posters on the wall which might say something like, we're passionate about customer service, or, we put the customer first, whatever it is. And sometimes you wonder, is that really true? If that's true, how are people demonstrating that? And you sometimes get a sense of, how people do business, when you approach the reception desk, and, how are you greeted at the reception desk? Is that person really reflecting the values or not? So there's lots of little touch points, I think, where the values come to the fore. You can tell it's an area I'm really passionate about. I would love everyone in the Catalyst community to really develop some of these concepts and tools that we're talking about in this course, because I do think there's an opportunity to set yourself apart from other people who do similar to what you do. It allows you to differentiate a little bit. So there are some tools in the workbook around the values that may take a little while to work through, or you may immediately know what the values are. You might just automatically they come to mind. You might know already what 1, 2, or 3 of your top core values are. Some of you are in networking groups like BNI. You will have talked about core values, and the core values of BNI, for example. We talk about them every week, so you'll be aware of the concept. So that might make things easier if you've already spoken about these, and might give thoughts to your own business. The worksheets will give you a whole list of values. It's almost like an A to Z of all possible values I could think of. Perhaps you might be able to think of some other ones. And I think it's really important, in order to bring them to life, is to kind of describe them in a bit more detail. So if integrity is important to you, what does that mean in your business? How is integrity demonstrated in your business? So again, I will take you through that. It's worthwhile maybe setting that up as a kind of statement rather than just use the word integrity, that it's more like a values statement, what I'd call a values statement. So have a look at values, consider them carefully. You might get down to a little short list of values. Sometimes it's useful to maybe put them on sticky notes, stick them on the wall, move them around, maybe create a league table or a hierarchy of values. Sometimes you might have, I don't know, compassion and professionalism might be two values that you have, one in each hand. Which is most important, and then you can sort of eliminate, you can maybe have a kind of knockout of values, like a knockout competition of values, till you're left with, I would say, 3 or 4 core values. So what are the 4, I'd say maximum 4 values that are most important to you? So hope that helps you think about values, your brand, how these shape the way that you do business in your company. So look forward to hearing how you've gotten on with values.